Boker Tov, we're on Mishlei Perek Lamed Pasuk Chav Daled. Says Shlomo HaMelech, Arba hem ktaneh aretz. There are four things from among the smallest things on earth. Vehema chachamim mechukamim, and they are from the wise of the wisest. Okay, let's see. Hanemalim, am loaz. The ants are a nation that is not strong. Vayachinu bakayitz lachmam, but they prepare. For the summer, they prepare their bread. Like they prepare their bread ahead of time. They always gather more than they need to always have more bread. We'll read a few Pesukim and then we'll explain. Shfanim, am lo atzum. It seems like the rabbit, the hare, is not a big nation. Vayasimu basela betam, but they put their home in the rocks. The truth is, they have. If you have rabbits in the wild, that's where there's a rabbit island or whatever. Rabbits in the wild, they hang out around the rocks and they have their home around the rocks. Melech en la arbe. We had arbe in our parasha this week. There's no king to the grasshoppers. There's no one leader like the queen bee. But they always march in formation. So maybe one time this one leads, maybe that one leads. There's no one king, but they always are in formation. And last, semamit. Beyadayim tetapes, semamit. In Hebrew, you know what it is? What? A chipmunk? So the way I saw the explanation is a lizard. A lizard. Shemamit beyadayim tetapes. A lizard you could gather with your own hands. You could catch a lizard. Vehi bechele melech. But it's even in the king's palace. So the Gaon of Vilna doesn't explain why it's in the king's palace, but I think back in the day a lizard was a symbol of something like more like people that had dragons. It was used in symbolism of like some sort of power maybe. I remember in Poland and going to one of the shuls and there was a massive like picture of a lizard like holding the Torah or something, and it was said to us that it was, so maybe from here it was, so let's see a little bit more. So these are the examples the Gaon of Vilna, the Shlomo HaMelech brings, explains the Gaon of Vilna the following. He says, these are ktaneh haaretz, the smallest ones on the land. This is referring to ameh haaretz. Now, when a person says an am haaretz, it's used sometimes as a derogatory thing, like as an am haaretz, which means a man of the land, which means not so smart or whatever. But really, he says an am haaretz is a person that does mitzvot, but not necessarily a Talmidei Hacham. Because he says that Talmidei Hacham is Yerei Shamayim, is usually called the Yerei Shamayim, God-fearing, or heaven-fearing, or skies-feeling. And this man is a man of the land. Because Torah min Hashamayim, someone that's connected to Torah, you're connected more to heaven. You're not connected to Torah so much, just mitzvot. Mitzvot are done on this world. I eat matzah, I shake the lulav. He says, Am haaretz are people of the land, people of mitzvot. So he says there's four types of people of mitzvot, and that's exemplified here in these four types of animals. He says there's the people that support Torah, the people that support Torah with their own body, maybe not financially, but they will physically do things. The shul needs to be cleaned up, the this and that, physically thing. There are those that they go to the shul, but they might not do like what the Chachamim do as far as learning, but they hang around the learning. And some might do in their own home, like whatever they can, but they're trying to mimic what the Chachamim do, but not in the Bet Midrash necessarily, but they're doing in their own home whatever they can. So he says like this. Number one is the nemalim, the ants. The ants, they're the ones that collect a lot of food. Those are the ones that collect wealth to try to also give their wealth to Talmidei Hacham. They try to collect more and more, not just for themselves, but to also give. And it seems like it's an ants are a nation. It seems that there's some sort of sharing there, and this is giving of one's self to Talmidei Hacham. The shvanim are the ones that hide in the rocks. The rabbits or the hare that hides in the rock. These are, the way he says here, is that they are sitting in the Bet Midrash, and they not necessarily are learning so much, but they're absorbing from sitting in a protected place in the Bet Midrash, in the synagogue. Then you have the Arbe. It doesn't necessarily have a king, but each one, they're always in the right formation. These are the people that do the mitzvot at home. meaning they don't have a leader necessarily. They're not connected to Talmidei Hachamim, but they're doing the straight things in their home. They're doing the right things, mimicking Talmidei Hachamim, but from their home. And then you have the lizard. That the lizard is, you catch it with your hands, referring to that they serve Talmidei Hachamim, they serve the synagogue with their hands. Not necessarily money, not necessarily, I'm not learning so much, but I'm doing things with my hands for the Talmidei Hachamim, for the Bet Knesset. Unbelievable explanations here. 4 people that are small, but he says the Chachamim are still connected to Chachamim. Beautiful explanation. May we all become Talmidei Hachamim, or at least become like these great people that connect in either way to Talmidei Hachamim.